Hi guys, so ringworm. I know it's probably gross, but I mean it probably sounds gross anyway. And everybody's heard of it, and because it's more often than not caused in dogs. You usually hear about it in dogs and cats and your pets. But what you may not know is people can get it too. Now, how do I know this? I don't know if you can see it, but that red mark right there, that's what it looks like. Looks like a red ring. I have it. Now it's a fungus. Now, contrary to popular belief, it sounds like it could be from a worm, but it's not. Ringworm, it's not a worm, it's a fungus. Now, common thing is roundworm and ringworm. They sound very similar. Roundworm is actually a worm, but as I said before, ringworm is a fungus. It usually occurs in like warm, moist climates and stuff like that, like more humid climates. It's contagious. But the good thing is it is actually treatable. Now, it usually lasts 2 to 4 weeks depending on the type of medication you're using and how often you use said medication. Now, there's 3 ways I guess you can have it. You can have it like if it gets on your toes, it's athlete's foot. In the genital area, it's usually jock itch. And then, just everyday normal thing on anywhere else, it's ringworm. So, but what you can do is, if you're not quite sure, if it's really bad, go to your doctor. That is a good thing to do. Go to your doctor, just to be sure. And they can give you a prescription, or they can recommend an over-the-counter thing. Now, you are able to get it through direct contact from other people or from your pets, and you can transfer it to your pets if you have it. So if you find out you do have it, you might want to stay away from, or at least you might not want to come into contact with other people or your pets or other animals, because you might transfer it to them. Now, a good over-the-counter product to use if you find out that you do have it is Lotrimin Ultra. I'm using it. I noticed that I had gotten it, I think, around Sunday, and I didn't have any Lotrimin on me, so I couldn't treat myself for it. Then I ended up getting this on about Tuesday, either Tuesday or yesterday, and so Mom got it for me, thankfully. And so I've been putting it on for the past couple of days. You're usually not, like, once you start the treatment, you're usually not contagious, or you're usually not contagious after at least a couple of days, maybe. So, yeah, I've been using this for a couple of days. I should be fine tomorrow morning, but it's just one of those things. Ringworm! Okay, thankfully it's only on this one spot on me, which is fine. Haven't gotten it anywhere else. But anyway, yeah, it's a fungus. Fungi are not good. I mean, there's good fungi, there's bad fungi. Like, good fungi, mushrooms. Mushrooms are great because they help decompose, unless you're on the drug I guess this is right, but unless you're taking shrooms and you're having a really bad trip or something, then yeah. But anyway, you can always get it. You can also get it on the scalp, which that's a little harder to, I guess, I don't want to say diagnose, but it's a little harder to see if it's on the scalp because I mean you got your hair. Now if you shave your head, then it's a little easier, but generally it's a little harder to see if you have it on the scalp. But yeah, so that's fun. Ringworm's fun? Not really. It's not good. Ringworm is not good. It's highly contagious. But yeah. It's not cool. It's also known as, I'm reading I mean, I'm not a doctor, so really, I'm going by a website I found it on because I was curious, and, you know, being curious, you tend to read a lot of things. Now, once I mean, I'm gonna treat it with the Lotrimin for at least a couple of weeks. If it gets worse, I will go to the doctor. If it gets better, yay. But yeah, honestly, if it was me, I would get some Lotrimin or at least some antifungal thing, product, and just keep it in my first aid kit or bucket or whatever you have. I would get that, keep it there, just in case, something happens where you need to use it. But with this tube, and it usually comes in this kind of tube. I don't have the box with me right now. I don't remember offhand where I put it. I might have tossed it. But I think is it in my trash can? No, it's not in my trash can. Okay. But anyway, on the label for here, it says, it's got the name of it, obviously. Uses: cures most athlete's foot between the toes, jock itch, ringworm. Relieves itching, burning, cracking, and scaling, which accompany these conditions. Do not use. This is very important. Don't use on the nails or scalp. Don't put it in your mouth or your eyes or any of that. And honestly, talk to your doctor about this because, or at least for further, information, because doctors are experts in these kinds of things, unless you're weird about going to the doctor. I know somebody who's a little weird about going to the doctor, but I mean, it's fun. Keep out of reach of kids. Stop use and ask a doctor if too much irritation occurs or irritation gets worse. That's very important. Yeah, and then it just gives you directions for it. And now, another, I guess, remedy. I don't want to say it's a... Now, I don't know if this is another cure for it or another good thing to use for it, because I've never tried it, is iodine. One of my friends uses it a lot, or she uses it for quite a few things. I've told her a couple of things, hey, I'm going through this thing. She's mentioned using iodine before. Now, will I use iodine? I don't know. I might at some point. I know I've had iodine applied to me because I've been in the hospital a couple of times and they've had to use it. So, but yeah. Do I use iodine all the time? No. Do I have it at my house? I don't know. I don't think so, but I mean, that's possibly another option. I mean, if you want to use if you like using iodine, if you swear by iodine, that's fine. I don't use it all that much, so I can't say. This is Lotrimin's the only thing that I know of that will help. There's, I think, a couple of other antifungal products out there that will probably help, but Lotrimin, it works. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm just glad it's in the one. I'm just glad it's the one little spot, which is fun. But yeah, it's awesome. Well, having ringworm is not awesome, but I guess I don't know. I don't know why I say that. Half the time, or at least some of the things I say or that I talk about and then say that aren't exactly awesome per se. But anyway, so that's my little bout of information. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor. Now, granted, on a similar note, I had wanted to be a veterinarian when I was younger. So, yeah, there's that. Chemistry, and I didn't have any chemistry, or didn't have much chemistry, so that chapter in my life kind of faded out. But yeah, so if you ever find yourself having to deal with ringworm, at least go talk to your doctor about it. And if you need to, they will probably recommend things that will actually work. But sometimes over-the-counter products work better. I mean, I'm not saying the medication that your doctor will prescribe doesn't work at all, because it works. I go to the doc if I'm not feeling good and something happens, I generally go to the doctor. Like if it's working, or if I have issues, and I usually try to see, okay, maybe, maybe it's just a one-time thing. And if I'm feeling dizzy or something, maybe I'm just having a bout of dizziness for the day, and it might go away the next day. If it persists, then go seek help, because that's why medical professionals are there. They are there to help. So now with the ringworm, with the thing I've got, I'm gonna try this for like about 2 weeks, and if it doesn't seem to get better or it gets worse, then I'll go see a doctor. But otherwise, I'll just use this. I'll try it, and if I have to go see the doctor, I will, tell them, hey, I tried this, didn't work. Can you recommend another thing? So, yeah, that we'll see how it goes, honestly. But yeah. Oh, and I know I might have said this before, but if you get ringworm, now ringworm doesn't usually. Sometimes it just shows up in one spot, like it did with me. Other times you might see like a few patches. It just depends on the person, each person is different. Everybody's different. So, anyway, that's my little thing. Do not use for vaginal yeast infections. That is actually good to know. Don't know why I said that little tidbit. I guess I figured it was relative, or It was important. Anyway, so that's my little thing. My little thing about that. So, I will see you guys later. This has been a PSA from your non-medical professional, who is not exactly a professional, but yeah. But yeah. So, I will see you guys later. Hope everybody has a good few days until I see them again. Well, I can't exactly see you guys, but you guys can see me. So, anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!